Okay, so it's me again. Okay. Today, so simple. Like, right now, it's gonna get, like, fucking serious as hell. Um, Suicide and self-harm. So, I lost my best friend to suicide. So, worst feeling in the world. I started cutting 3.5 years ago. And at the time, I felt as if it was like the only option for me. Like, I couldn't do anything else. Like, it was never gonna get better. Like, my life would always be like a living fucking hell. Okay? I'm not sure what everyone has gone through. I mean, you could have lost a parent. I know people who've lost parents, like siblings, girlfriends, boyfriends, even pets. I lost my dog. I hated it. I miss him. But, for me, I felt like I couldn't go to anybody. And that was in 6th grade. In 7th grade, somebody at my school found out, and they told my principal. And my principal called me down there, and she called my parents. My mom came to the office, and I was called down to the office. And I was like freaking out. I didn't know what was going on. My mom looked at me, and she started crying. Like, she would not stop crying. And we went into a room by ourselves, and she asked me why. And I said, why what? She said, why did you hurt yourself? And then we talked a little bit, and then I ended up going to therapy. Therapy sucks, let me tell you. You sit there for an hour, spilling out your guts, and I still felt like I didn't trust anybody. It wasn't helping me, it was just, yeah, I got to tell her my problems, but I don't feel comfortable telling people my problems unless they're really close to me. And it just, like, I felt really alone. And in 7th grade, I had, like, my first suicide attempt. And it was a really big wake-up call. My friends, they were, like, freaking out when I came back, and they were crying, and some of them don't even know what happened yet. And then I told myself, this isn't right, I have to stop. And I don't know how you guys feel. I don't know if you've ever cut. I really hope so. Like, I can't tell you to stop. I cannot force you to do anything that you don't want to. I would get arrested. I am asking you, as a person who has been through the same stuff with cutting and, drowning. I've starved myself for days because I didn't feel good enough. As a person who's gone through some of the stuff you've been through, I'm asking you to stop. Put down the knife, okay? Put the rope away. Drain the water. Eat something, for God's sake. And another thing that really bothers me is that people say, they have literally come up to me and told me, if you kill yourself, you are going to hell. I fucking know. Fuck that shit. If you kill yourself, you are not going to hell. I don't know this from personal experience, obviously, but I'm pretty much guaranteeing it. You are not going to hell. If your life is such a hell on earth that your last resort is to take your own life, God would never make you suffer. He loves you so much. He put you on earth for a reason. And I don't care how old you are. If you have made it this far, I promise you, you can do anything. If you wanted to, you could fucking fly to the moon. You could rape Miley Cyrus for all I care. But if you have made it this far, you can do anything. You are stronger than everybody who puts you down. If you're bullied at school, just take 5 minutes out of the day. Like, shut their stupid ass little high-pitched, preppy voices out, whatever the fuck they are. And just tell yourself, I am not worthless. I am worth something to someone. Like, if you save yourself today, then you could get married in, 5, 10 years, whatever. I don't care how old you are. Someone will miss you. I don't care if you're, like, a convicted rapist. Somebody out there loves you. And if you don't know who that is, God. I'm not saying I believe in God. I'm not saying he's real. I'm not saying he's not real. But if there is a God out there, and I'm pretty sure there is, as far as I know, he loves you. He put you on earth for a reason. And I know I'm going out Christian, so what about the atheist? If you're atheist still, I don't care. Somebody out there loves you. I didn't think anybody loved me, but after that first suicide attempt, there's so many people who I realized that they actually give a damn when I thought I was all alone. Like, have you ever felt alone in a crowded room? Nobody wants to talk to you, they just give you dirty looks. Like, you sit at home all day by yourself, just crying. I've done that. Like, I have done things that nobody should ever do or see. I'm literally, like, it's just wrong. Okay, one of my best friends, she's like my little fucking sister. I love her to death. She cuts. Okay, the first time I found out, I was bawling. I could not stop crying. Like one time, I was talking to this random person on Omegle, and they cut. I felt so bad that I couldn't do anything to help them. I've heard about kids being bullied, and I don't think, oh, that's so sad. I want to cry because that's one more person who shouldn't die. Like, if you're old, like, okay, I'm 14. I've made it through life this far. I haven't gotten hit by a truck, or God hasn't struck me down with lightning. I haven't gotten drop kicked by Chuck Norris yet. Okay? Yeah, I've cut. Okay? I've starved myself. I've done all that shit. But I realize I'm stronger than I ever was before. As you get older, people are going to say more stuff. And there's, like, there's Facebook, there's YouTube, there's Tumblr, there's Twitter. All that fucking shit that people made. It makes bullying a hell of a lot easier and a hell of a lot worse. One time, like, a few months ago, I checked my phone. I had, like, 10 hate messages saying that I should go kill myself. I just deleted them. Like, if they can't even say it to your fucking face, they're really not that cool. Just, like, take 5 or 10 minutes out of your day and just say, you know what, this isn't right. Somebody out there loves me, and I have to stick around and see who it is. And if you don't feel like you have anybody to talk to, I promise you, if you message me, I will message you back. I don't care who the fuck you are, what your problem is. I'll always talk to someone if they have a problem. If you're bullied, I'll talk to you about it. I'll get help for you. But if you don't really feel comfortable talking to me, then call a hotline. One time, they literally saved my life. Like, it was a Saturday night, alright, like midnight. And I just felt so worthless, and I was crying, and I started cutting. And I just called one of them, and I don't even know the lady's name, but she was really nice, and she helped me a lot. And then, okay, I heard something about, like, the butterfly project and all that, and I use a butterfly, personally. And what it is you draw a butterfly on your wrist, okay? And you name it after someone who you really care about. I named it after my Nana, because she was the most important person to me in the world. And basically, what it's symbolizing is that if you cut, the butterfly dies. You don't want to hurt that person who you love. If you love someone, you don't want anything bad to happen to them. And so I named it after my nana. And I was reading a magazine, and these kids at high school, they found out their friend was cutting, so they put love on her wrist. So I have all that. And then I also have a heart right there for suicide awareness. Suicide is a big deal. Like, most parents, they might not even find out till years later that their son or daughter was literally taking a razor blade and slitting their wrist with it. That is not okay. You are so much stronger than that. Like, you don't even know how important this is to me. I hear about people who die every day, and, I care about them, but for people who feel like they have nowhere else to go, and that suicide is their only option, to, like, take those pills, hang with that rope, whatever. You shouldn't feel like that. Nobody should feel like that. I don't care who you are, where you come from, what your story is. You should not feel that way. And I'm not telling you that you have to stop. I'm asking you to. You could easily cut a vein, okay? You could easily die when you don't even mean to. Because if your life is that bad, you don't deserve to be in that home. Like, if you're abused, get out, run away, please. I don't want people hurting themselves. I don't want strangers that I don't even know cutting themselves. I don't want my friends to. I don't want my family. And a lot of people, they say, I have nowhere to go. Nobody cares about me. Trust me, people care about you. You may not realize it, but I bet there's at least like 10 people at the minimum who give a shit about you, who love you, and would do anything to make you happy. You just have to go and find them. Just put down the razor blade, eat something, put away the pills, drain the water. You don't have to kill yourself so that you'll finally feel relieved and happy. There's other ways of coping. And I know you probably hear this a lot, or I hope this is the first time you hear it. You should only hear this once, and believe me, it gets better. Okay, 3 years ago, I thought I had no hope. I literally thought, this is it can't get any worse. I'm gonna be like this forever. No. Today, I will look at myself in the mirror and I will start laughing for no reason. It's not because I'm high either. It's just because I love life. If you wake up in the morning and you're healthy, and you have a roof over your head, and you have food, be thankful. There's people out there who don't have houses, who are, beaten and molested every day. There will always be someone who has it worse than you. Okay? I'm not saying that your life isn't bad, but you should be thankful for your life. I wasn't before, but now I am. I don't do this I don't do this on a regular basis, but sometimes I'll wake up and I'll just think to myself, no, I'm not dead today. Thank you. I'm literally asking you, just put all that stuff away. There's people out there who care about you, and it gets better. It always will. So don't listen to the fucktards who say your life's nothing's gonna get better. Okay, how do you have a rainbow? Have a little storm. It's awesome little rainbow. And I know I can't stop everyone out there from hurting themselves, but if you know someone who does that, please just get them help. It would mean a lot to them and a lot to everyone who would lose them if they ended up committing suicide. So